Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing this plaid mani with a pumpkin on the accent nail. Here I am prepping my nails with alcohol, and that's just to remove all the excess oils from my nails so that my polish will adhere better. Now I am using my OPI Natural Nail Base Coat. You always want to use a base coat to protect your nails from yellowing from your polish and to also help the polish adhere better. For my base color, I'm using Brave's Diva polish in Shutout. Brave's Diva polish is now Base's Loaded Lacquer. She just recently had a rebranding. And this is a one coat white cream that you can also use for stamping. So here I am going in with that first coat, and then I'm cleaning up my little polish mistakes with my orange wood stick, removing that excess from my skin. And now I'm going to go in with a second coat. I know I just told you this is a one coat white, and it is, but I'm a two coat girl. I'm going in with my second coat, and again cleaning up the excess. Now I'm going to top that with some Seche Vite to get that to dry down so that we can go in and do our stamping. Always make sure that you cap your free edge so that your polish doesn't chip. Now I'm going to put on some liquid latex around my nails. This liquid latex that I'm using, I purchased off of Amazon, and I just transferred it into an empty latex bottle. And now that that is dry, we're going to go in and do our stamping. So for the plaid, I'm using this plate from Beauty Big Bang. It's XL056. And the stamping polish that I'm going to use is Maniology Straight Up Black B171. And I used this image first. And I tried this one on my thumb, and then once I put it on there, I decided I don't like this plaid. So for my other nails, I'm going to use the image next to it. And I did speed up this part for you. And then once I stamp, just going to remove that liquid latex from around my nails, and you want to do that as soon as you are done with your stamping. Now I'm going to top that with smudge-free top coat from Maniology, and then once that dries, top that with my Pro FX quick dry top coat. Once that dries, we're going to do our pumpkin. And for the pumpkin, I'm using Maniology M158. Going to use the pumpkin image. And this is the only single pumpkin image that I have, which is why I'm using this plate. Now, since I already have stamping down over the white, I'm going to use Maniology Bam White to stamp the pumpkin in first, because if not, you're not going to be able to see the orange that I'm using over that black. It's going to it's just not going to turn out, especially over black and white. So you want to make sure that you put the white down first so that you can see the orange. Don't like the way that first one came out, so I'm going to try it again. And this is a negative image space. which can be tricky sometimes. You want to hold your scraper almost flat when you scrape. That one I didn't do a good enough job scraping. So I think it doesn't come out when I roll this one. No, it didn't. I'm cleaning my plate with 100% acetone. And we're going to try again. Again, you want to keep your scraper almost flat. And then give it a second to dry. And then roll your stamper across. That came out much better. So I'm going to clean the excess with my scraper. And that's just easier for me than to stop and grab a piece of tape. Sometimes I do have to use tape if the images are a little too dry on my stamper head, but this one seems to be doing okay. And now I'm just going to line that up where I want it on my accent nail. Sorry, I'm off camera. It's really hard to stamp on camera. And there you go. I realized I was off camera. And there's our pumpkin in white. We're going to clean that with 100% acetone and then go in with our orange. The orange I'm using is from Bases Loaded Lacquer, and it is Booze and Bats. And I think it took me a couple of tries to get this to work as well with this orange. This orange is not a stamping polish. It's just a beautiful orange cream from Tara. I believe this was a custom that one of her customers requested. And then she went ahead and allowed the rest of us to purchase it. So yeah, didn't like that first attempt, so let's go in with the second attempt and try. See, I've got that scraper almost completely flat, flush up against that plate. And I'm going to roll the stamper. Remove the excess. And I'm going to try and line that up to go directly over the pumpkin that I stamped in white, which is really difficult to do on camera. I'm already not the best at layering images. So there we go, laying it down. And I have a strong C curve, so I'm rocking that from side to side to make sure I get it all down. And I didn't get it perfect. You see the little white outline on the left? So I'm going to go in with another layer of this Booze and Bats and see if I can't get that lined up a little bit better. And it's not a big deal that I'm going in with another coat, because like I said, this is not a stamping polish, so it is a little thinner than your average stamping polish. So another layer is just going to make it pop more. Almost completely flat with my scraper. Wait a second to let that polish dry a little bit, because if not, it's just going to be a smushed mess when you try to pick it up with your stamper, because it'll be too wet. And now I'm going to line that up again. And I don't get this one perfect either. But hey guys, it's just stamping. Doesn't have to be perfect. Or so I keep telling myself. I'm a perfectionist, so unfortunately I'm going to try and get it perfect. And if it's not, it'll drive me crazy, but I'm trying to do better with that. So now we're going to put the outline of the pumpkin. And again, I'm using straight up black from Maniology for that outline. Gonna line that up against the bottom, because this outline, it's just the bottom and some of the sides. It doesn't 100% do the outline of the pumpkin. So lining up the bottom, trying to make sure the sides are gonna look okay when I stamp that. Rocking it side to side, and there we go with the outline. And now it's time to move on to the stem. I clean the plate with 100% acetone. And for the stem, I'm using Maniology Haunted, and this is their new metallic brown stamping polish that they came out with, that was released with this plate. And I'm starting to think maybe I should have put a white outline for that too, because you'll see when I stamp this on the nail, it just gets lost with that black. Cleaning up the excess, we're gonna put that stem on. Lining it up, there we go. Lay it down. And like I said, see, you can't even see it. But guess what, guys? That's not gonna stop me from going in with the outline. Now I'm gonna do the outline of the stem. Remove the excess off my stamper. And if you're wondering, I am using the monocle stamper from Maniology. And there we go, lining it up. And we're gonna lay that down. And there you go. You can't even see it, can you? We're gonna top all that again with the smudge-free top coat from Maniology. All that work we just did, we do not want it to smudge. Capping the free edge. And once that dries, then I'm going to top it with the Pro FX Quick Dry Top Coat. Because your smudge-free top coat is water-based, it will just wash off if you do not put another top coat over it once it dries. So there we go. I've got a swatch photo coming up so you can see the after effects. And I thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye.